Hello friends, if you haven't watched the part 1 of backhand block, I highly recommend you go over that because that covers the basics of blocking from your backhand. This video is a little bit more advanced and the viewer will learn how to do an advanced block from your backhand. Stay tuned.
So friends, just like forehand, with backhand blocks also you can disrupt and win against opponents who are better than you. So what you have to do is you have to make sure you don't block always at the same place. So you vary your block placement so that your opponent is always in a state of a surprise where the block is going to come and he has to anticipate at the last moment. So if you have to block down the line, so make sure that, see, ideal backhand, your forearm and wrist is in same line, right? But for a down the line block, you just bend your wrist little bit like this, make an angle, and then if opponent is hitting, you just redirect the ball straight. If you want to hit cross court, for cross court block, don't move your wrist, just keep it like this and simply just block with a firm forearm and wrist, and don't change your angle of the wrist here with your forearm. So just keep it straight and simply just block. Same thing if you have to block on the body, so just slightly move your wrist behind so that your angle, the racket angle, faces towards the middle where the opponent may be standing, so you can give a block there. Summary is that wherever you want to block, so your wrist angle with your forearm depends on that. So if the angle between the forearm and wrist is like 90 degrees, your blocks will go down the line. If the angle is somewhere around 45 degrees, then it will go in the middle. If there is no angle or very less angle like 0 to 15 degrees between your wrist and your forearm, then all your blocks will go cross court. You saw, right, how I am able to control the blocks. If I want to give down the line, I am giving down the line. If I want to keep it in the middle, I am able to keep it in the middle. And if I want to hit cross court, I am able to hit the block cross court. So Vamsi is very skilled and he is moving pretty well here and continuously hitting. But in a match situation, you never know because it's like an anticipation thing. So if I block one here and he hits again, I can immediately try to block again on the wide forehand so that he may come but he will be out of position. Now we will talk how to vary the pace of your blocks. So let's say your opponent hits continuous topspins. So you can also do another thing. So instead of holding it firm, you can loosen the grip a little bit. What it will do is that it will let the sponge of your rubber absorb the impact of the ball, the topspin that is coming to you, and what it will result is that the force with which the ball was going earlier, it will not go with that force now, rather it will lose its speed a little bit on the sponge, right, and then go slowly back. So if your opponent is expecting a fast block but you just loosen the grip and you absorb the speed of the ball, then the block will land short instead of landing long. Right? So that will again disrupt the rhythm of your opponent.
Oh.
You see, I basically took my racket a little bit back also with the face closed, I absorbed it. So the ball was slow and he was expecting the ball to come fast, but it was
I reached for the ball, so that's why I could not make good contact, so that's why it went out of the table.
Correct, because the timing got disrupted. Fast.
In slow motion, see how I take my racket a bit backwards and how loose I am holding it, resulting in a slow block and disrupting the timing of my opponent.
Yeah, so this one was slower one. Of course, ball will go to the other side with one bounce, but still it will be slightly slower, and the chances that your opponent mistimes it increases. It was a down the line block along with the speed change.
For a change, I am trying to increase the speed on my block. See how uncomfortable position my opponent is going into.
See, I punched it on the middle, and basically he was expecting a slower return, but I increased the speed, and he again mistimed it.
Please give us a like if you like our content. Thank you.